going on, everybody? Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I am in Jacksonville, Florida, working our way up towards the New York area. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's going to lead us back up that way. We may have to bobtail to either like Atlanta or, somewhere in South Carolina, something like that. I'm still looking for a truck dealer to um, buy something different than just my um, Peterbilt 379, the full custom one with the blue flames. Lower the volume a little bit of the truck. If you don't have this game and you actually enjoy watching me or, anyone else play it, this game's really not all that expensive. It does get a little bit pricey when I almost took out that fucking barrier. When you have to buy all the DLC, but I would assume probably in the spring sale, they probably have it on sale. This game's actually a lot of fun, especially if you kind of like doing, just something a little bit more to, the single player side of it is definitely more entertaining than, a lot of single player games. The game doesn't revolve around, having to have a multiplayer, which is always nice. I jumped that curb. There is the mod that's out there, Truckers MP, that allows you to play this game multiplayer, and that in itself is a lot of fun. The only issue is there's no mods that you can use. So it's all vanilla, and it's only restricted to the areas that you can play in, the vanilla game. So it's not as in depth. You can't go across the country, everything else. So, you know, the other issue that I have with it too is the trucks that you have are pretty basic, pretty minimal, and you can't do a whole hell of a lot with them. I actually pulled a little too far forward to where I can't see when that light goes green. We'll head over here to the Walmart and see if there's anything that they've got going for freight. There's also the Kowit. That a lot of that, most of the time, is like heavy machinery, which I don't have a problem hauling heavy machinery. It's just, it can get really daunting after, a few loads of hauling, overweight, oversized stuff. And this thing's turning radius sucks. The stretched frame and the really long nose, did I pass it? Shit. Looks like we're going around the block. Hopefully there's an entrance here. If not, we are fucked. Nope, son of a bitch. Let's see what they have going on. They're going to Charlotte, North Carolina, which, if I'm not mistaken, we would technically could drive through. I don't want to run doubles, actually. Screw that. We'll go to Washington, D.C. and Maryland. We're going to go right through, or right past Savannah. I can make a detour on our way up here. So it's actually killing two birds with one stone. I'm heading towards where I want to go, obviously, because here's New York. I did say Boston, so Boston's here. Manhattan's going to be right here. So it's putting us in the general area. Like I said, I'm going to probably try and get into the city, and then I can shoot up to Boston. Connecticut and Rhode Island probably don't have a whole hell of a lot. But then from there, I'm gonna head back towards Chicago. So we'll come down, probably I-90 through Indiana, Ohio, and make our merry way over there. Um, in the meantime, we'll be buying garages and such throughout our journey. That way I have plenty of places to where I can fast travel, because there are times where, trying to drive, especially on the coast to coast map, if you're in, California and you have to drive all the way for a good load to, Florida, it's going to take you so long. If you want to be realistic, sure, you can do it. I completely screwed that one up. But, if you're just trying to go load to load, stuff like that, it is easier. I don't know if I have enough room to swing it with this long-ass front end. Barely. I am gonna have to get fuel. Oh, what the hell did I just hit? I'm just gonna go straight out so that way we don't take out the tires. I'm gonna have to get fuel, and I am gonna have to stop and sleep, so that'll be something here shortly that we're gonna have to do. Alright, well, now we can actually start heading towards DC. We got 14 hours. I wasted a shit ton of time trying to do this. So we're gonna have to make up a lot of time on the highway. Which means there might be some 100-mile-an-hour pulls. We're getting lucky though with the lights. Look, thank God. Give everyone a nice wake-up call. It's midnight. Ah, shit. Come on, light. There's no one even in the fucking turn lanes. Hopefully we can catch this light. Oh shit. I guess we automatically already had our high beams on. It's a one cool thing though with this game that, we're trying to do something. Granted, it is a mod, but we're trying to go a certain distance, a certain place, and it's not okay. You can just drive straight through. Even in real trucking, if you are an owner-operator or your company is wanting you to head to a certain end point, they're not going to run you, deadhead. They're not going to have you bobtail or run an empty trailer from point A to point B. You're going to, run loads in between, so that way they're not wasting money, you're not wasting money if you're an owner-operator, and spending a ton of money on fuel to, you know, basically accomplish the goal of trying to get somewhere. You know, anyone who's ever driven for a trucking company knows exactly what I'm talking about, that, you know, they don't, you know, everything is about money with them. They don't really give a shit. All right, so we're still almost 1,000 pounds overweight. We're at 80,945. In the U.S., you cannot be over 80,000, and it's not a permitted load. So I don't know if the game doesn't take that into consideration. Or if maybe, you know, because if I'm not mistaken, Euro Truck Simulator came out first, and I believe the company, the people that made this game are from the UK or from the EU. So maybe they're just taking into consideration like 80,000 kilograms. I don't know. You know, and they just threw in the LB so that way it was relevant to, you know, the United States. I'm not sure. But in reality, like, we should have gotten a ticket for overweight. Try and get past these people. And we're probably going to get pulled over right here because I believe that's a cop. Yeah, it is. Didn't even bother. Trucks flying by him at almost 100 miles an hour and he didn't even give a shit. I'm hauling ass, obviously, to try and make up the time that we lost between sleeping, fueling, driving around, trying to find a place to sleep and fuel. And again, if anyone's ever watched my videos, I'm not 100% realistic on this, just because of the fact that it isn't, for me, as fun if I'm trying to do it. You know, if I want to be realistic and, you know, drive a truck, I'll just go to work. You know, if I don't want to have to fucking deal with stupid people, you know, I'll play this game. You know, I will back it down here shortly, seeing how we're doing over 52 miles an hour over the speed limit, and the speed limit is 70. But I'm just trying to make up some lost time. That's actually, we're gonna have to do that again because that is one tall bridge. Jesus Christ. Thing was fucking 20 feet tall. Alright, so we're back on 95, heading north. You know, luckily once we're into Washington, D.C., we're really not all that far from New York and Boston. You know, it seems like you go through 4 or 5 different states to get there, but the reality of it is New England is small. you know, relatively speaking. Drive through Texas and it'll take you fucking 2 days to drive from the far east end to the far west end. California's the same way. And I mean 2 days is in driving as a trucker, because you can't drive all you want. If you could, trucking companies would take advantage of truck drivers like crazy. You'd end up working 25 hours straight, but, you know, going over the course of 2 days, get a couple hours of sleep, get back to it, work another 20 straight. This thing just fucking hauls ass. We're gonna pass on the shoulder, fuck them. Out of the way, Prius. We should just make our own lane and just drive on the fucking shoulder this entire time. Cruising at 120 miles an hour. Oh, we're in North Carolina. $360 miles to go. It says we're 7 hours out, but if we keep doing 120, we'll be 3 hours out. Just taking up both lanes, doing whatever we're doing. Fuck it. Bumpy road ahead. This should be interesting. Well, we hit a new top speed of 130. I've never gone that fast. Must have been coming downhill. Take the inside of the shoulder to make sure we don't roll. Best Buy is probably sitting there shitting his pants like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, Turbo is not liking this one bit. Came real close to that guardrail. On a 214 miles. Alright, so we finally found a fucking Volvo dealer in Norfolk, Virginia. So we're gonna pull in here and see what's available. So that way I can attempt to this is the new one that actually, yeah, the 2018 740. This was the mod that I put in. You got the low roof, or the mid roof, the high roof. Then there's the 860 they call the Globetrotter. Here's the new Freightliner Cascadia. That sucks because it's a day cab. I thought it was a fucking... Let's see if they have... Oh, they do have... Okay. So there is the sleeper or the day cab version. The day cab or the sleeper adds a shit ton of money though. 6x4 chassis. There isn't a whole hell of a lot available as far as motor-wise goes. They do have a 690 horsepower with... Holy shit. Oh, actually, it's not in metric. We'll go with that motor. It looks like it has an Eaton 10-speed in it now. They definitely use some different transmissions than what's normal. And obviously because I've never used it, oh, that's pretty cool. It's cool that he included some different skins. He's got some really cool ones in here. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't know why I kind of actually like this one. It's got that Ford Mystic color, like the Mystic Chrome on the Cobras. probably honestly just end up painting it black. I didn't mean to exit out. Yeah, it's really nice. Black Star. The hell is this? Oh, the different lights. You can like tint out your lights. I don't know why you'd want to, but do side mirrors. Different bug deflectors. Oh, it's cool. You can actually this thing is definitely oops, I did not want to take off the bumper. Go back to factory. Two different like ram bars and shit. If you want to add a bunch of lights, be fucking annoying if you wanted to. You can tint the windshield. If you want to add the rain guards. I like that we can paint the mirrors and such to match the body. Can add all different lights. Oh, that's cool. Different exhausts. You can put fenders on it if you want. So you can kind of pretty much customize this thing however you want. They definitely did a good job on it. I mean, it looks real. The This new version of the Freightliner Cascadia is a really nice truck. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll end up buying this. I want to take this off. I don't want it. I don't know how. Because that rack is fucking goofy. Probably just run like a half fender. Because the trailer is going to be covering most of it. don't know why it won't let me take it off though. Stupid. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna end up buying these and make my way back up to Washington or Washington D.C. I should say, and keep on rolling. I don't want to make this way too long or keep messing around. Um, so as always, if you guys have any questions, any issues with ATS itself, try and keep your mods always off of the um, Steam Workshop. They're usually proven to work with no bugs. Pay attention to like the the version you're putting in, also the time that they were installed or updated, because if they're not for, version 1.34, chances are they may not work. But as always, guys, if you like what I do, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.